Hi. Greetings from West Virginia.
Hey.
Yeah.
How's it going? Well, thank you.
We should probably introduce ourselves
Go
for those that might not know us. I'm Alyssa Ashe.
Tom O'Neill.
I'm Liz WIllis.
Aaron Pangio.
So I am a reporter and I go to different events for Right Side Broadcasting. So what we're doing here today is the President Trump Make America Great Again rally. It's going to be tomorrow starting at 7 p.m. Doors open at 4. Alyssa is the full-time anchor. What do you do for those who may not know?
Thank you, Liz. Yeah, so I anchor throughout the week, Monday through Friday or weekends if something really crazy happens. And I do pre-shows and post-shows of different White House press briefings and President Trump speeches and, different live breaking news events. And then at night, I have a nightly news recap where I summarize just all the different stories that happen throughout the day, whether that be, national, political, some local stories, state stories, just a variety of different things.
Busy.
Yeah, for sure.
And Tom, you've been really busy helping out with the Republican Party according to your Twitter. It looks like you're just doing everything. How has that been?
Oh, that's a typical year for me. We have county fairs coming up. President Trump is coming to Ohio for the Ohio Republican dinner next week, so I'm looking forward to that.
Are you going?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course, silly question.
Yeah, so it's on the campus. It's down in Columbus, so the convention center in Columbus, but we're going to be at the convention center here in Charleston, West Virginia tomorrow. And I just looked up again, it's a historical place. Elvis Presley performed there. President John F. Kennedy visited there.
Wow.
Many concerts. There's been basketball games there. They have the state finals here in West Virginia for boys and girls basketball and wrestling. So it's a very, very popular place in the heart of West Virginia, and it seats 13,000. At first I thought it was 10,000, but I looked it up again. It can seat up to 13,000. So this might be the biggest venue we've seen in quite a while. We had 10,000 in Florida, Tampa, Florida, but we might see more than 10,000 tomorrow.
Let's hope that live view. Aaron, how have you been? It's been a while.
Wonderful. The last time I was with you lovely people was in Tampa, so I missed the following 2 rallies, which were like right afterwards.
Yeah.
But it's good to be back. I'm excited. I'm a camera operator, not a reporter, no experience in that area. So, it's good to be back and kind of excited to see all these people and see how it goes.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. And you guys came together, right, from Ohio?
Yep.
Yes, Aaron and I drove from but Liz and Alyssa, they drove 8 hours.
8.5.
They drove from Atlanta up north, and we met. We met here in Charleston. So this is the state capital of West Virginia. West Virginia has almost 2 million people, 1.8 million people, and President Trump won the state convincingly in 2016. He carried over 60% of the vote, and so it was a big win. And West Virginia, there was a rally here last year in Huntington, West Virginia, and we carried RSBN, we carried the rally. And at that rally, the governor of West Virginia, who was a Democrat, Jim Justice, the current governor, he announced at the rally last year that he was switching parties. He switched to the Republican Party. So that was big news last year at the Trump rally. So
And
who knows?
I'm sure there was a great reaction there from the crowd, right? Like they were really excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there were rumors and hints of him switching. He was a Republican earlier in his life, but he switched back. And President Trump and Governor Justice are good friends, and so we'll see. But the big race is the United States Senate race. All the U.S. Senate seats are up, hotly contested, and here in West Virginia, it's the same thing. And Alyssa, I know, and Liz, you did some research on the candidate. You want to talk about the Republican candidate?
Real quick before, I know she always has her fun facts. You mentioned how close it is. So if you go to Patrick Morrissey for U.S. Senate, the website, it'll actually tell you there are right now 77 days and 1 hour until it's time to unseat Manchin.
Wow.
So Midterms are coming up.
That's exciting. And Patrick Morrissey is the one that was endorsed by President Trump. He's currently the Attorney General here in West Virginia. But before I get into some of those fun facts, I wanted to shout out, we actually got a couple donations already.
Right
I
off the
saw
top,
that.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, $10 from Randall Tom. Thank
Oh,
you so
Hey,
much,
Randall.
We love you. We brought your flag.
Mhm.
So we are going to be having everyone sign that tomorrow. Let me know if you're going to be here because we'd love to have you manage that for us like last time.
Yes, and $50 from Marcia K. Thank you so much, Marcia. She said, we appreciate watching the rally on Patriot Soapbox. Love RSBN. And thank you so much, Marcia. Really appreciate you. Also, if Ruth McAllister is watching, I wanted to shout out and say thank you for the shoes. She owns an outdoor store and sent us a bunch of shoes and different things. So
wow.
thank you so much for that.
Thank you,
Thank
Ruth.
you.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
And a monetary donation as well that we're using throughout this trip. So really thankful for that.
Wow, wow. Thank you.
Tom, there are a few requests for you to sing a song.
Whoa.
Oh,
Already?
okay. Well, I have a song in mind to sing.
Swoosh for Trump is requesting Country Roads.
Oh,
You know that song or not, but
well, Aaron, maybe Aaron can help me with it because we were singing it together in the car on our way up, way down here. So,
Oh, someone noticed. The flag guy said, "Is that the Waffle House outfit?"
this is it. This is it. Promises made, promises kept.
That's what I was thinking. I almost said that too as soon as I saw you. That's so funny.
Country Road song I heard on Hard Knocks on HBO. They're covering the Cleveland Browns right now, and Baker Mayfield kind of sang it as like the rookies have to get up in front of everybody. So I don't know. Once we kind of mumbled the words a little bit, Tom just kind of took off with it.
Well, Aaron, we're not allowed to talk about the NFL, you know.
so if we get
You look up at the words in the meantime.
a $100 donation, Tom will sing Country Roads since we are here in West Virginia. If we get $250, Tom will dance. $500, Tom will dance on the table.
Oh,
man,
God.
he's earned his keep tonight.
$1,000? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
I also take back the $500.
No, it's all right.
You want to?
No, I mean,
We'll put a sheet down so we don't mess it up.
yeah.
And let's see, we just got $4.99 for Woke Americans.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for that. Really appreciate you.
Someone asked really quick, they said it's the live unit. So update on that really quick. We actually are trying out a new live unit. We've had so many issues in the past that just don't make sense with the other units. So they just sent us a new one, and we're hoping all our problems will be fixed. Stay tuned to find out. Alyssa, sorry to interrupt. What were you saying?
Yeah, no, you're good. I was just going to get into some of those facts about Patrick Morrissey, if you want. So he's actually the first Republican Attorney General since 1933 that West Virginia's had. And some of his background experience, he actually served as a Deputy Staff Director and Chief Health Counsel to the U.S. House of Representatives Energy and Commerce Committee, where he worked on Medicare, Medicaid, and bioterrorism legislation. And with us earlier, he saved $4.4 million in just 15 months by establishing a disability fraud unit. He's a champion of religious liberty. He's received endorsements from national Republicans like Senator Rand Paul and Ted Cruz, along with the National Review. And he is the national chair of the Republican Attorney General Association. He led a 10-state effort to support President Trump's anti-sanctuary city policy. He graduated with honors from Rutgers College in 1989, and he is a champion for taxpayers. He's helped the state and consumers garner hundreds of millions of dollars, including returning more than $40 million to the state's general fund. And he's also saved $4.4 million. Oh yeah, we already said that. I had that on here twice. The disability fraud unit.
Yeah, we thought it was super cool.
And his office formed the first ever drug abuse unit, and reached record with pharmaceutical distributors totaling $47 million. And fun fact, last thing, he once served as a professional tennis umpire at the U.S. Open.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one word that came to my mind when I was looking up information about Attorney General Patrick Morrisey was solid. He is a solid conservative, and you know, he's an attorney. He knows the law. He's the Attorney General, obviously, of West Virginia, and he is by far the best candidate that the Republican Party could offer. He's got so much to offer to the whole country, and you know, he was endorsed by Governor Scott Walker of Wisconsin in his primary, and he won a contested primary against against the congressman here in West Virginia. West Virginia has 3 congressional districts, and the congressman that he ran against is a sitting congressman. Evan Jenkins. Evan Jenkins is the sitting congressman in the 3rd district. So he decided not to run for re-election for his congressional seat. Instead, he ran for the U.S. Senate seat. And West Virginia's primary was in May. And so Patrick Morrisey defeated Evan Jenkins. And then, you know, and then there was a primary for that seat. And the Republican that came out of there, her name is Carol Miller. So Carol is running in the open seat, 3rd congressional district, which is at the very bottom of this state. So, you know, it's an open seat. And I assume, you know, anticipate President Trump will come in and you know, offer his support to her too. West Virginia is a competitive state. You know, it's not. It definitely leans Republican, but you know, back in 2008. We were looking at some numbers, and the Democrats did well in 2008 during the McCain campaign. So, but a lot of Democrats have seen the light, and they are, you know, they are. The governor switched parties, so there's, like I said, 3 congressional districts. At the very top of the state is the 1st congressional district, and that is held by David McKinley. So David McKinley is a congressman in the 1st congressional district running for re-election as a Republican. And then Alex Mooney is running in the 2nd congressional district. We're right on the border. The 2nd district is right in the middle of the state. It goes right along the middle of the state. So we're right on the border of the 2nd and the 3rd congressional districts. So Alex Mooney, I expect him to speak tomorrow. And then, of course, I mentioned Carol Miller, who's running for the open seat. So Alex Mooney's also an incumbent in the 2nd district, and then Carol Miller in the 3rd, which is the open seat. Those are Republican candidates running for the U.S. House. And then, of course, Patrick Morrisey running for U.S. Senate against Joe Manchin, who he's been in elective office for 36 years. He was first elected in 1982 to the West Virginia State House, and then he served in the State Senate. He served as governor of West Virginia. He also served as Secretary of State, and now he has served as U.S. Senator here. So Joe Manchin, you know, has spent most of his life in politics, and very well known, probably the most well-known politician in West Virginia since Robert Byrd. So. He's going to be tough to beat, and President Trump knows that. That's why he's making another visit, you know, again this year, just like he did a year ago in West Virginia, a very important state.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Tom, for all that background, and wanted to give you guys a shout out. Wow.
Tom, you're singing, man.
Looks like Tom just met that goal. Yes, but first, let me shout some out. Wow. So they are just pouring in. $10 from Richard. Thank you so much for that. He said the excitement is mounting. Every Trump rally is epic. And $20 from Ray Chin, who said, good job, RSBN. Thank you for bringing us all the Trump rallies. Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
And $50 from Marcia K. She said, okay, here's another $50. Want to hear him sing. My husband, who passed away, was from West Virginia. I'm in Oklahoma. Sing away, big guy.
No pressure, Tom.
I'll sing. I'm not a great singer. I have to admit that. But, you know, I hope I can get some help from Aaron, but I'll do my best. But thank you so much. Very humbling, and we really appreciate your donations, really helping us to go to these rallies. And we're excited. It's it's interesting how we'll have one rally. We had one rally at the beginning of July, July 5th, close to the 4th of July, which I was surprised. Then we didn't have another rally till the end of July, but we had 3 in 1 week.
Yeah.
So
you never know.
So now we're here in August, the end of August, and we have a rally. Who knows? There could be 3 or 4, back to back coming up really soon. But it's, we really appreciate your support, and we feel your love and your prayers. And believe me, every dollar helps, and nothing is going to waste. We're using our money wisely, and we're getting better and better each time. We have all new equipment for this rally because we worked really hard in trying to maintain and fix our equipment, and we were persistent with the Live View company, and they sent us a new unit. So we're ready to go. We have the best equipment, and we have the best talent. Yeah. And we're ready to go and bring it all to you and show you the whole rally and everybody in line and the whole crowd.
Definitely. It's going to be a blast. And wanted to shout out, we just received a couple more donations. $51 from Cindy Hoffman. Thank you so much, Cindy.
Thank you.
And she said, Randall Tom said, I'm going to name one of my female pups after Liz, and one of the males after Tom. We both love RSBN.
If you know me,
so
you know that's
sweet.
the highest honor there is.
She loves dogs. As soon as she got here, she's like, I miss my dogs. And I got to meet them this morning, all 3 of them.
adopted the Northwest and Maltese rescue that we rescued.
And we also can Thank you.
Thank you.
I just called the stairs go
Did you see that? Did you see like Hager is new member? Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Isn't that awesome?
Good to see you, Lily.
So, Tom, I think it's about that time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were touching on the new equipment.
I think
Joe
dance anyways.
Oh, it's gone. I didn't know you danced away.
Fun fact. This little girl. Because Alyssa has the voice of baby Jesus and Fergie combined.
Yeah, you're really
It might be about our solo.
No, it's a song. You know what I'm asking? Like, literally, she sang to me one day, and I think I almost cried.
That's great.
Gregory Ashe never told us that. He never mentioned anything about Alyssa can sing. So.
What's your favorite song to sing? I'm going to put a price on it.
I don't know.
What would you feel comfortable singing?
I don't know.
Did you sing in church growing up, or?
Yeah, I did a little bit in our youth band. I would try to help Tom with this.
Well, that's good for you.
Aaron's good.
Aaron was singing with me in the car. So that's no excuse. That's one step away from singing in the shower.
Is the audio okay now? No. The audio is messing up. We want to make sure it's...
No, I thought you said it was working.
They want you to sing gospel.
Yeah, I think you said it was working good now. I think it was on the stream then.
So just bear with us for a second. We are working on the audio. Let us know in the chat room what it sounds like. What it sounds like. If it doesn't, no, the chat room hates it. It says like the microphone is on. I don't know if that makes sense. What the fuck? If that's
At headquarters. Okay.
we sound like we're in a tunnel. Audio needs to be
I
fixed.
don't think it's on our end. Yeah, let me double check. All right. We'll just keep going if we need to. Okay. Well, how about...
Or we could fix it.
That does sound pretty bad. Give me one sec.
Alright. I'm not going to talk much right now because I know you don't want to hear it, but just bear with us. We'll be hanging out in the chat room until we get this audio fixed. Both are
Oh,
cameramen.
they're saying it's fixed.
Oh.
Some of them are saying it's fixed. It's good now.
Somebody from
You're better
online.
now.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
All right, I'm gonna get comfy for this. Thank
Okay.
you, Willis.
Okay, sorry.
Just set it down.
Okay. Yeah, that was back at the headquarters, so I think we're on the same page now.
Good.
So, whenever you're ready.
Do you remember, Aaron, at all? If I start, you'll remember, won't you?
Yeah.
Is the audio
Absolutely.
working? Yeah, everything's good
All right.
now, right?
Yep. Oh yeah, you're crystal clear.
Tom, are you gonna dance?
West Virginia. You gotta give a little twang too.
It's a slow song. It's not.
Yeah, you just kind of move.
Okay, I have the link.
All right, you know what?
So
Hold on,
I'll
hold
let
on.
you start, and then I'll try to come in once I kind of get like the tune of it. Do you know
Oh,
the
okay.
words?
I
I
don't
was
wanna
just going
give
to
you any
sing
background
one part
music.
of it, but I wasn't, the whole
Oh,
song.
you should sing the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was debating on giving you background music, but I don't want it to give like a copyright
we
strike
can't do
from
that.
music. So,
Yeah.
yeah, just give a little twang. Almost West
Do
Virginia,
you have
almost
it?
heaven.
Yeah.
That's it. West Virginia. Almost
Well,
heaven.
that one,
Come on,
I know
Tom.
that one, what we sang in the car. You know,
Is that the one we're talking about? Same song?
Yeah. It goes, country roads, take me to the place I belong, West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home, country roads.
Do you know how the other part goes?
Yeah, there's more.
I don't want to.
Oh yeah, there's a lot more, I know.
Do you know the tune?
But
I'll help you sing.
when
I just
the last
Oh, yeah.
time President Trump had a rally, when he came out, the whole crowd sang that
It's a
song.
beautiful
yeah.
song.
They sang,
yeah.
that's what they sang. So I'm sure they're going to be ready to sing it tomorrow. So
I don't
we're
think
going to
we've
have to
heard the last
learn
of
this
it.
song.
Yeah. Do you know the tune? Kind of start and I'll join
I-
with you.
I
Who was
could-
the original singer?
John Denver.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Country road.
How does the All My Memories part go?
All my memories gather round her.
Round her? Okay.
Yeah. Miner's lady, stranger
Don't be shy
to
now.
blue water,
Don't be shy now.
Oh, I don't
dark and
sing.
dusty, painted on the sky. Many misty taste of moonshine, teardrop in my eye. Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mountain mama, take me home. Country roads.
And then
Good job.
Don't
Wow, I
stop.
was not expecting
I
that.
know.
That was great.
That's the best part.
I told y'all.
Excellent.
do you know how the tune goes for the rest of it?
Randall, I wasn't
It's the
rolling
same.
my eyes. I was.
It's pretty
That was
simple.
my praise.
It's the
Look,
same.
it's-
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
slow song, but it's got a lot of heart and.
Oh yeah, it was wrote from the heart, definitely. It was
Yeah.
authentic.
Okay.
So,
Well-
yeah, so, tomorrow I expect there's going to be people left outside. I mean, people are really going to show up for this rally, like
Yeah.
they usually do in West Virginia. They love President Trump, and he really made a big impact on the election.
What were you telling me in the car? How many voters switched over from the previous election?
Well, in
60%.
Right, 2008, there was 300,000 votes for Barack Obama in 2008 in West Virginia. And then in 2016, there was 188,000 votes for Hillary Clinton, the Democrat candidate. So obviously, there were a lot of Democrats in West Virginia that switched or voted for President Trump. So there's a lot of Democrat support for President Trump in West Virginia. Hopefully that carries over to the other candidates. And
That's yeah, I'm sure that's like a unheard of number
yeah,
for a swing of that nature.
again, West Virginia has 1.8 million people, and they've had the same population for the last 20 years. It hasn't gone up or down.
Really?
They've stayed at 1.8 million, which is interesting.
Too, that they had the oldest population. Like the median here is around 40 years old.
Yeah, I would say, the northeast part of the country here, there's it's a pretty high senior population, and seniors vote. So West Virginia has 1.8 million people. 714,000 voted in the 2016 presidential election.
Wow.
So, this is an off year. This is 2018. So that number is going to go down. And but the idea is to energize the vote. There's so many people that don't vote in each state. I like to look at those numbers and see how many people live in a state, how many people are voting. And there's a lot of people that they're not voting. They're not interested. They're just living the dream, and they're going along with their life. But the idea is to energize the vote. Who can get more people out to vote for them? And President Trump is here to energize the vote, get people rallied around Patrick Morrisey, the Attorney General running for U.S. Senate. We have a 50-50 split in the Senate. Each Republican elected to the United States Senate is so critical in helping with President Trump's agenda. And we're only about a year and a half in. So this is going to be a big year, and this is going to be a real test. And if we can get Republicans elected, now you're motivating people who are thinking about running for office to run. Business owners, people that are because we need good candidates to run for office. So that's the idea. That's the idea of the red wave. It's just building momentum, and so this is going to be a big test, and see what happens. And West Virginia, they've had some problems here with their state Supreme Court. They had 4 of the justices were impeached by the state house. Wow. So 2 of them resigned, and there's 3 Supreme Court justices that are going to be going on trial. And it passed through the West Virginia State House, and now it's going to the West Virginia State Senate. So this is all news that's just breaking today about the impeachment hearings, because they have to have hearings within their own state legislature. And the Supreme Court, there's 5 Supreme Court justices in West Virginia. 2 of them, there's 2 open seats, because 2 of them, vacated their seats, they resigned, and then the other 3 are now on trial. So they don't have appeals court. They don't, like a lot of states have multi-county district appeals courts before it goes to the state Supreme Court. They don't have that in West Virginia. If you have a court case that you want appealed, it goes straight to the Supreme Court, and their terms are for 12 years. So each state's a little bit different. So they've had some problems here with the reason why the Supreme Court justices were are being impeached is because of excessive spending. They had excessive spending for their offices, upwards hundreds of thousands of dollars, and then using the state car for personal use and fuel, things like that. So
see, I imagine there's like a little bit of leeway, but to get put on trial, I'm sure you went past the point of leeway.
Yeah, I mean, they were buying antique furniture, and it was excessive. So everybody's accountable, and we live in a smaller world with technology now. People taking pictures and things, so you can't really the world is more transparent, which is a good thing. So we just need to keep the censorship. We keep things from getting censored, so we can get the message out. But the transparency is good in terms of draining the swamp and just putting everything out there on the table for the voters to see and decide for themselves. So we'll see what tomorrow brings, and we'll see what speakers show up too. From President Trump's family, or celebrities or local officials. We'll see who shows up tomorrow to speak. Pretty exciting.
His daughter-in-law Laura Trump's usually there, so that's always good.
Yeah.
And we received a $5 donation from Wolfman0514, who said, "Keep singing." Thank you, Wolfman. I don't know if there are any other songs about
Alyssa,
West Virginia.
What would be your going rate to sing Amazing Grace?
I saw that. I saw some people commenting that.
What do you generally charge for a performance?
Another $100.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. $100, and Alyssa will solo because we don't want to interrupt this. By the way, guys, I don't sing, so that's why I will literally no.
I'm sure you can't.
You know what I've told you.
Okay, no, never mind.
So it's just not happening.
We could sing along, but
I think
Yeah.
Alyssa
I'm sure it
needs-
should be, yeah.
She's good. So she's gonna do a solo for $100.
Of Amazing Grace or Go Tell It on the Mountain. I'll let you guys vote.
Oh,
I really like that
good.
one too.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like my audition song. I used to do plays in middle school and high school. So I did 12 shows and some musicals. I'm not that good, so I was usually in like ensemble.
You're not allowed to say that stuff. Remember, we're working on like self-affirmation.
Yeah, okay, so I can sing.
We're working on confidence.
Oh,
She
yeah,
doesn't let me complain about myself.
I
She'll
don't.
be like, no.
No.
So we're working on that.
Yeah.
So $100 and she'll sing. So with your donation, type Amazing Grace if you want her to sing that, or if you want her to sing Go Tell It on the Mountain, type that in the donation.
What are the different ways you can donate? Song or no song? What are the different ways
that's
to
a
donate?
great question. You could donate by clicking on the $sign on the YouTube chat, which you see all the great donations and
Yes.
messages. We really appreciate it. It's just been a wonderful night. And you could also check out our website, rsbnetwork.com, rsbnetwork.com/donate. And how can you donate on our website?
Yeah, so from our website, there's a couple different links there, and I know you guys, for some of you that may have watched a lot, sorry, you're probably sick of hearing me say this on the nightly news recap, but some of you already have it memorized, like swoosh for Trump. Whenever I say the address, he just comments, Opelika Road. And speaking of donations, we just got $20 from Light Switch, who said sing. Thank you, Light Switch. So that's the first 20.
We're close, because I want to listen to it too.
Yeah, I'm nervous. But anyway.
She's difficult. But
So-
I like trick her into singing sometimes. I'm like, what's... She was mentioning a song to me. I'm like, I haven't heard it. How does it go? She's like, really? You haven't heard it?
Yeah, but that one was not good.
I really didn't even care about the song. I just wanted her to sing to me again.
Yeah,
and play with my hair.
Thank you. But yeah, so you can, different ways you can donate. On our website, the first one is through PayPal or a credit card. So super easy, secure way to pay if you have a PayPal account. And right after that, you'll see our link to Patreon. You know, maybe you feel a little bit more invested in RSBN. You feel like you're part of our family, and you really want to see us be able to go to, you know, these different rallies all around the country. And you can get fun things like hats, but hats that say RSBN, not Waffle House. And pens and pencils, stickers, mugs, t-shirts, just different things to remember us by. And of course, you can also send in a check directly to our address. Tom, what's that address?
I can't remember.
Okay. He knows
No, I
it.
know it, I
He
know
knows it. How about you start it, I'll finish it.
All right. Well, you can make the check out to RSBN and send it to 1550 Opelika Road, Opelika, Opelika Road,
Suite 6.
Suite 6.
Box 344 in Auburn, Alabama 36830.
Good job.
So
So you want to shout out French Patriots?
Yes, I wanted to, and we'll do it tomorrow too. They wanted us to do it tomorrow during the rally. But big shout out to the French Patriot. Thank you so much for watching, for commenting. He wanted to make sure we gave a shout out to all of those French supporters. So I'll make sure that we do tomorrow as well.
Wonderful.
Merci beaucoup pour regardons.
Wow, there's
Wonderful.
Liz's talent.
Yeah,
tonight.
no telling what I just messed up on that.
Oui,
Can't
oui.
conjugate verbs to save my life. But I love
That was
French.
good.
I also want to give a shout out to Max. You know, Max,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
hopefully he's watching or he'll be watching. We'd say hello to him and
Hey, Matt.
thinking about you.
We
And
miss you.
yeah, so hope everything's going well down at Auburn University, War Eagle. So absolutely. So
Or when do they start back to school? You guys probably don't know, but they're
that-
probably
people-
ready.
I
seen
think
somebody
this week.
Yeah, definitely
Okay.
this week. I was down there, I think just yesterday, and it was full. So much traffic. You know, everyone has definitely moved in.
That's I saw somebody post like a GIF or something with just traffic everywhere, and I
Yeah.
think it was somewhere in India or something. But at first I thought it was Auburn. I was
Yeah.
like, wow.
Yeah, and thanks to Joe Seals for producing, doing a great job behind the
Yes.
scenes.
Thank
We
you,
really
Joe.
appreciate it.
Excellent, boss.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And
This is a very nice place too, by the
It
way.
is. Very
Yeah,
nice.
very
It's an
good.
Airbnb. Someone asked, where do we stay? We
Mhm.
stay at Airbnbs. It's a little bit cheaper than a hotel and, easier for streams like this, for sure.
Yeah, too, and it's nice, in a hotel, you're not sure of the rules, regulations, and
Yeah.
stuff. This, you got a house, walk in and make yourself at home.
Definitely. And we received $1.99 from the Red Raven. Thank you so much for that. Who said everyone sing the safety dance. So we're at $21.99.
The safety deal.
Safety
Yeah.
dance. That's going back to the 80s.
I don't know if I know.
Oh wait,
That's an all
it is
skate.
An 80s song.
Oh.
We got $20 from
Bogey.
Linda, who said RSBN is the real thing. Thanks for all the rallies you do for us.
Thanks,
Thank
Linda.
you, Linda.
Thanks, Linda.
And $1.99 from Mashi Banda, who said, please let's just keep it on news, not singing.
I like singing.
So now we're at $43.98.
Do we have to subtract the $1.99?
No, I added them in.
Okay.
Yeah, $43.98. And let's see.
So as far as our setup for tomorrow, we were kind of just going over the logistics and the timing of the day and how it's all going to work out. So we're planning on going live at what time again tomorrow?
1 p.m.
1 p.m.,
Eastern.
which is a little earlier than a lot of other rallies in the past, huh? So 1 p.m. we'll be on live interviewing people in the crowd, people who want to say hi, etc., and showing the crowd.
Hopefully we'll be able to avoid the
Wow.
rain.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
You better get those pipes ready.
Okay. So $100 from Lisa Lovegren. Thank you so much. Who said Trump is the real deal, draining the swamp. And $50 from Light Switch, who said Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace
Wow.
it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Light Switch.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm nervous now.
This is going to be nice.
I'm
Let me just
scared.
get comfy and
Ah.
enjoy my concert.
We need to have another
You need to-
fundraiser
Don't
for Liz to like sing
Oh.
French.
No. Oh, yeah.
I would do a warm up like we used to do in chorus like do do re mi re do re mi fa mi re do.
That sounds like a song in itself when you sing it.
It's a warm up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
That's not what
It's
mine
almost
sounds
like
Yeah, it's,
you're like.
I feel like an amateur now.
Yeah, that was awesome.
No, I
That's
love.
amazing.
And someone else said
They're ready for
how
you,
much
Alyssa.
for a poem. So you'll have to get a poem prepared for tomorrow night.
I
That'd
can
be
do a
fun.
rap, but I haven't thought of my price yet. Alyssa, I want to hear you sing. Joe says
I'm
he's gonna
nervous
clip
now.
it.
I know.
Uh-oh.
I know. I wish I wasn't wearing.
She is nervous, I
It's fine.
can tell.
What
Okay,
can
I'm
we do
pulling
then?
the lyrics.
I'm
up.
gonna feel like such
No,
a, what's
it'll be
the
fine.
word that I used to say I was? Like a worm or
a
something?
tapeworm.
I'm gonna feel like a tapeworm
No.
while you sing.
I don't know if this is quite in my range, but if it's horrible, I'll sing something else for you guys later. We'll set another.
How cool
goal.
would it be if you like sang the national anthem?
Oh no, not there yet. Definitely not there.
I mean, better than some of the ones we've.
Yeah, the
Been
last
too-
one was really good.
Yeah,
though.
she was.
What were we on? Amazing Grace was the.
Yeah, Amazing Grace. I'm looking at the
very
lyrics
good.
because I know the beginning, of course, but like not the rest of it. So,
Mm.
wow, I can't believe this is happening right now. Okay. You need to like breathe and sit up straight.
Oh, yeah.
Whatnot.
It's a good song.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. I need you guys to pray for me. I'm really nervous right now, but
Aw.
super thankful for all of your donations. I'm gonna sing it. I'm gonna sing it.
Amazing
Thank you,
grace,
Tom.
how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me.
Not in my range. Okay, I'm gonna do it a little bit lower because I'm kind of like
There you go.
a second soprano, but more like an alto. Okay.
I
Sing
don't know.
with me then, Liz.
Trying.
Being sarcastic.
Tried to
Okay.
get you going.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear, the hour I first believed. The Lord hath promised good to me, His word my hope secures. He will be my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. When we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun.
All right, Alyssa.
Wow. Look at that chat room, 'cause I think we got a few
Thanks. Yeah, sorry if that was,
That was wonderful.
a mess,
Oh,
crazy out of
beautiful.
tune, but
It was perfect.
I
I
tried.
don't know if I needed to stand up and salute or...
No.
Oh, so pretty.
Awesome. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, thanks
Great
for
job.
your
I take credit for
donations, making it
it.
happen. Yes.
promoter.
Thank you,
You
Liz.
just never know what to expect. You never know.
I'll take 10% of that cut.
Okay. And
That's why you got to tune in. You just never know.
yeah, you never know what's gonna happen.
Swoosh for Trump says Alyssa won the pre-show.
Aw,
Aw.
thank you, Swoosh. Appreciate it. I think Tom did in his
No.
Waffle House uniform here.
I'm a deplorable, believe me.
And people noticed it too. We stopped over at McDonald's. Say that Waffle House.
That's so funny. And someone asked if I know the history behind this song. I don't. Do you know the history behind Amazing Grace?
I mean, it's just probably one of the greatest songs ever written. I don't know. It's a powerful, powerful song. And
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look what my mom just texted me. Hold on, Alyssa.
Okay.
The last one.
Aw, thank you, Miss Patty. She said she brought tears to my eyes. That's so sweet.
That's sweet.
I'm gonna
My
cry
mom's
now.
never said that about me.
Aw. Okay, we just got a $1 donation from Walmart. Awesome.
Walmart, all right.
Different tone, but thank you, Walmart. We just went there to get a charger for the camera because we forgot one. So thank you, Walmart. Appreciate that.
We're a regular.
Yeah. Also, I have some fun facts about West Virginia, if you guys want to hear them.
Wild and wonderful, West
Yeah.
Virginia.
You already know the motto. There you
Oh,
go.
absolutely.
Do you know the state bird?
How's the cardinal? Man. I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out. So, okay. West Virginia is the only state in the Union, well, when it was the Union, to have acquired its sovereignty by proclamation of the President of the United States. That's cool. It's considered the southernmost northern state and the northernmost southern state, which definitely makes sense. And Mother's Day was first observed here at Andrew's Church in Grafton on May 10th, 1908. And like I said earlier, it has the oldest population of any state. The median age is 40. The first spa open to the public was at Berkeley Springs, West Virginia in 1756. And then it was Bath, Virginia, which makes sense, first spa. The first brick street in the world was laid here in Charleston, West Virginia on October 23rd, 1870 on Summer Street between Kanawha and Virginia Streets. And the first steamboat was launched by James Rumsey in the Potomac River at New Mecklenburg or Shepherdstown on December 3rd, 1787.
Charleston has a beautiful state house. Again, it's the state capital. It's the beautiful gold dome. kind of reminds me of Notre Dame, the Gold Dome at the University of Notre Dame. Really, really, really beautiful. We're right along Interstate 77, so you're driving down Interstate 77, you'll go through Charleston, West Virginia. I've done it many times, driving to Charleston, South Carolina from Northeast Ohio. So it's just a great scenic route. West Virginia is really, really beautiful.
Yeah.
You need to have that XM radio, Sirius XM radio, because it's hard to get local radio stations. But it's very, a lot of parts of West Virginia are very remote. It's very mountainous. Home of the West Virginia Mountaineers, West Virginia University Mountaineers is in Morgantown. So, and then Huntington, West Virginia, where the rally was last year, is home of Marshall University. So, it's a lot of pride.
I saw a sign for Marshall on our way here. Is it
Huntington? Yeah, we're about 15 minutes from the Charleston Civic Center. So we're actually west of the Civic Center right off of I-64, which heads to Huntington, West Virginia, which is home of Marshall University.
Okay. Morgantown's
a little bit north. It's near closer to Pittsburgh. North. It's the north part of the state, right off of I-79. So you take I-79 just south of Pittsburgh, you'll hit Morgantown.
Okay. And there's even like the tip of West Virginia extends over into like the Maryland area and stuff, where I didn't realize that until I was passing through there once. Like, there's no way I'm in West Virginia, but yeah, it kind of juts over into that area. Oh, the northern cardinal is the state bird of West Virginia, and Ohio's a cardinal as well.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't realize that.
Is the northern cardinal different than the?
Apparently, yeah, it's got the. It's a Yankee.
Yeah. Let's see. We just got a $5 donation from Richard. Thank you for that. He said, "Now, if we can only get CNN hosts to sing Amazing Grace."
Yeah.
Good luck.
And which is funny because then CNN donated $2.
Oh wow, CNN.
Yeah. So he cued CNN. That's perfect. Are any of you going to be at the rally tomorrow? Please let us know here in the chat room.
I have a fun,
or of course you can DM us.
I have a fun game, kind of.
Okay.
It's not a game, it's like questions. One question. So, Trump has recently, there's articles about him comparing people to dogs. And then people are saying, well, I love dogs, so, that's not so bad. And they're saying, like, he's got something against dogs. Trump hates dogs. They're spinning into this thing where he hates animals. And they're mad at him because he doesn't have a first pet. So, me and my mom were at lunch trying to decide what type of pet would fit him. So if you had to think of Trump having a first animal, what would it be? And keep in mind, there have been some interesting animals in the White House. There's been a badger, a ram, grizzly bears, an alligator. Those are 4 of like the craziest first pets I can think of. So.
Wow,
I'm still trying to find one in my head that I think would be.
Well, I was thinking about Barron Trump. Maybe what kind of pet he would want, because he's at the White House, going to school in Washington D.C., probably going back to school as we speak. So, probably something, probably a pet that he would want. And but that's a great. I never really thought about pets and.
I think he needs a gator. No. Yeah, he's got to take care of the animals in the swamp.
Oh my gosh.
They've had one before. I can't remember which president. You can Google it.
Really?
Yeah, there was a first alligator.
No way.
And then another one had a ram. Oh, there was a hippo. Someone had a hippo.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
I think he should get a parrot, because I would like to hear a bird try to say.
Yeah, everything he says.
Yes, that would be so funny.
That actually would be really funny. I like that one.
Well, knowing President Trump, I wouldn't be surprised if he were to get a pit bull. Really, I mean, he would just go right for the gusto.
Make people mad.
And
because half the world
people are loving pits. Where I live in Ohio, it seems like every other house has a pit bull anymore.
You see a lot of them.
It's just great protection.
I've never heard a pit bull owner say, "I wish I would have never got one." I'm not a huge fan, but everybody who has one says they're the best dog and this and that. So I don't know.
I grew up with 2 and they were awesome. They were great dogs. The only problem was one time we had one. It was my best friend's dog, so I was there every day. I grew up with it. There was one and it was awesome, but like any dog, we brought in a second one like years later after it had established dominance. We brought in like a young female, and they just they wanted to kill each other.
Really?
Like each other.
But we never had a problem with like humans or I don't know.
Interesting.
But I'm still team pit bull.
I had an Australian Shepherd once. Oh my god.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, it was a red merle. It was beautiful. The best dog. It was just instantly like smarter than any other animal I've ever seen. So it was a great dog too.
I think we saw an Australian Shepherd at the rally in Nashville, didn't we?
Yeah.
We saw a law enforcement officer.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of bomb sniffing dogs at the rallies, and either Secret Service or local law enforcement. You know, they have these dogs, and they're everywhere. They're sniffing equipment. You know, keyboards.
Oh yeah.
You know, they're very useful in saving lives. And then, you know, I'm sure, you know, we do a pre-setup. The media can go in and set up the tripod, set up the camera hours before the doors even open. So the media is allowed in for an hour and a half to set up, and then they have to leave. Well, when they leave, they just unleash the dogs. The dogs just go sniffing everywhere. So they're looking for anything and everything. And, you know, they check every corner. And law enforcement, there's so much energy that goes into these rallies. You know, the people, law enforcement, people setting up, the concession workers, you know, each venue we go. And then the rally goers themselves, you know, they put so much energy standing in line, waiting, and then, you know, going in and standing for hours and hours. I've done it myself, you know, just going as a fan. So
Out of how many? I haven't seen one that was poorly ran or, you know, it was chaos or anything. Some are stricter than others, and some take longer, you know, to get through the lines and everything. But they're always really organized, well ran, safe, and usually it seems everybody has a lot of fun too. So, yeah, they always do a good job. And I think local law enforcement enjoys it too, because they get to come out and, you know, be in the community, be around the people, show off some of their toys, and get out there and just be seen from their community. People see where their tax dollars are going too. So, like,
absolutely.
I think Indiana maybe they had their 4-wheelers out, and I'm sure it was, you know, that helped them get from point A to point B. But it was probably also a lot of fun.
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, I remember.
So Aaron or Tom, Joe wants you to sing Counting Crows.
Oh,
Do you know
wow.
any Counting Crows songs?
Joe, you know, I know Joe's a huge fan of Counting Crows, and we've been hearing it a lot on the 24-hour chat. So check out our 24-hour chat. You know, you get the latest information and all the links. You know, and so you know, 24-hour chats were, you know, it's the place to be in between rallies, in between, you know, Alyssa's nightly news, and it's just it's great fellowship. And so, but Counting Crows, you know, I've become a fan, just like I've become a fan of Toomer's Corner of Auburn University. I didn't know about all the great tradition that happens
there's
at
a lot.
your school.
There's been some crazy stuff at Toomer's too.
So you know, and I got a chance to visit there, and it's a beautiful campus.
Did you get lemonade?
No, I didn't know.
Mr. Jim did.
Come on, Joe.
I haven't yet, but I heard it's
Maybe
a good
I did.
tradition.
What are you doing with our visitors? Okay, I will be the official tour guide. So
I'm a coffee drinker, so I got plenty of coffee.
Yeah.
But,
Did you get some alma mochas yet?
Yeah, the Counting Crows is a very lyrical song. I don't think they don't do like the, you know, little pop songs. They seem really well written and very meaningful.
Except Accidentally in Love from Shrek. That's the only like poppy one.
What does that song go
I
like?
don't know.
They got
I think
pressure.
you
They had
know
to sell
it.
some records.
Yeah.
We're black screened. They must
Black
be upset
screened.
with us talking
Oh,
about
no.
our super political
Okay,
songs.
we're
and
back
pets.
now.
yeah.
Yeah, I do see the flash. It kind of flashed.
All right. So for those of you who are new, who don't know what's going on, yeah, we just get black screened pretty often by YouTube. So if they don't like what we're saying, it's just kind of a way of censoring us. We assume. We've emailed them. Our CEO has tried contacting them multiple times to figure out the situation, and they acknowledge that it's happening, but they don't know why. We have a feeling, and the rest of the world has a feeling, that YouTube and a lot of other mega companies are censoring right-winged channels or anything that favors towards conservative views. So they're just trying to hush us up, but it's not going to happen. Oh, they didn't like what I had to say.
They hushed up Alex
They
Jones
didn't like
pretty
that.
quick, but he's pretty far right, but at the same time, I don't even think there was a lot of people on both sides who agreed with, the complete censoring. But.
They're real mad now.
Yeah.
We're just kind of blinking right now with the black screen.
Oh, it's still...
Like
It's
Christmas
actually
lights.
making me want to have a seizure watching that, so I'm going to not look at my phone right now.
Anyways, for those of you who are seeing us on our other channels and Facebook, Joe wanted me to remind you guys of the SEC football games this fall on Saturdays. We're going to have RSBN Sports and bring the traditions to you.
Cool.
So stay tuned for that. We'll do like a game of the week thing.
Will it be centered around Auburn or kind of the whole conference?
I'm not sure yet. I think the whole conference, if we can
Sweet.
get to it. He'll probably
And so,
answer that. Here, I'll ask.
and you mentioned too, they got the
He said whole conference.
yeah.
Okay.
and the black screen thing too. It only happens on YouTube, so it doesn't happen on
Right.
Facebook or Periscope, which is interesting too. So it's the same stream, same video source, same audio source. 2 out of 3 are fine. 1.
And when you go back to watch this video on, when it's archived on YouTube, there's no black screen. So
Yeah,
if you're watching this now,
commented that video to play back.
as an archived video, you're not seeing black screen. So you can go back and watch the video after it's live streamed, and you'll be able to see the whole.
So they're accepting a clean feed then. It's not. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. So what did you say the capacity was of the? Is it called the Charleston Civic Center?
Yes, yeah,
Okay, what's
Charleston.
the capacity?
13,000.
Wow.
So, this is going to be a lot like Florida. We were at the Florida State Fair in Tampa not too long ago, and that venue seated 10,000. We know for sure there were at least 9,000 there. It was just, the seats went high and deep. So I think that this is going to be, a similar venue. So this is more of a historical place, though. It was built in the 50s. So. And then expanded from there over the decades. So it's a very historical place, and West Virginia, the people, people are they're gonna drive in from far and wide. There's going to be people coming in from different states, different areas, but hopefully the weather holds up too, because I know that there was rain in the forecast, so we might see some rain tomorrow, but. Maybe it'll come and go. It's been rather humid this part of the country, so it's over the last few days. So when it gets real humid, I know that that it's going to rain, but we should be okay. The show must go on. So, but people are going to show up and they're going to stand outside, and I'm sure there's going to be people left outside, just like we see at every venue.
Definitely.
Not everybody can get in, so show up early. We're going to be there early interviewing people. So, and one other thing before I forget. Gail, who was one of our viewers, she was at the Huntington rally last year. She's one of our regular chatters, Gail. And so maybe she'll be there tomorrow. We'll look for her. But I remember seeing her on the video last year, watching the rally on RSBN last year. So I remember seeing her being interviewed at Huntington, West Virginia.
Okay, cool. Maybe she'll be here.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
They had the whole crowd was lined up, and I think at just one point everybody just kind of rushed to the door, and there was no more line, and just kind of became a mass of people ready to go inside. But yeah, it was pretty fun.
So we received a $1 donation from Low IQ Person, who has a picture of Maxine Waters there as their little picture.
Yeah.
Thank you, Maxine. And British Patriot reminded us. President Trump tweeted about the rally tomorrow. I'm going to share that with you guys. Always love some Trump tweets, right? He said, we'll be going to the great state of West Virginia on Tuesday night to campaign and do a rally speech for the hardworking and spectacular person, Attorney General Patrick Morrisey, who is running for the U.S. Senate. Patrick has a Patrick has great energy and stamina. I need his vote to make America great again. Total endorsement.
Wow, that's a wonderful tweet. President Trump is a
pretty...
master with Twitter. He is just phenomenal.
For him to compliment him on his, what did he say, energy and energy, and what was the other word he just used? Stamina. Which I think President Trump is probably, has more stamina than anybody of that age that I've ever seen. It seems like he's just constantly going and, moving from place to place and getting the crowd involved. I mean, his speeches and when he addresses everybody in the crowd, they're very energized.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's got a lot of stamina.
Yes, for sure. And we just received a $10 donation from Ruth McAllister. Thank you so much, Ruth. I don't know if you saw at the beginning of the stream, but I'm wearing the shoes you sent. So thank you so much, and for your monetary donation as well. Really appreciate you.
Thank you, Ruth. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ruth. I'm really jealous of Alyssa's shoes. So if you have another pair of those in a 37 or a 38, love you.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
37. Is that how women's sizes work?
It's European, so that's just because like Birkenstocks run in
just
European
like their
sizes.
outlets.
Yeah, it's only like full sizes, but it translates like the last number is going to be like 7. So 37 US 7, 38 US 8.
Really?
It's super.
So
easy.
what's your size, Aaron? What's your shoe size?
12 in America.
12? Okay.
Is that 30? What would that be?
I don't think they do it like that. So like a 12, I think like 11 in Europe is a 10 in guys.
Oh.
Or vice versa, yeah.
Does that translate to the metric system somehow? Are those two related at all? Like,
I don't know.
Nope.
And where does the 30 come from? So a 32 is a size 2, but why 30? Why not 60?
It's just common,
Too many questions.
Like I've said before, math, unless it's tipping or shopping, I'm not really great at.
While we're speaking of numbers, we got a couple more donations. $5 from Richard. He said, following YouTube's future trial, RSBN should receive compensation for damages related to censorship.
Oh.
That would be nice.
Richard.
I think we should. I think people are getting sued right now currently for censorship. We should take it up.
Yeah. And $5 from Davey R, who said, see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming to West Virginia, MAGA. Thank you so much, Davey.
See you tomorrow, Davey.
Appreciate that.
Make sure you find us. We'd like to interview you if you'd like to.
Yes.
And even if you don't want to interview, just say hello. Find us and say hello. Even if you don't want to interview, we really want to meet you and say hello. So, be great to see you.
And we just received $1.99 from Dana Peterson, who said, good job. Thank you so much, Dana.
Had you read Ruth's donation?
Yes.
Sometimes I black out.
I did.
So just to recap what tomorrow is going to be like, we're here for we are 15 minutes away from the Charleston Civic Center. That's where President Trump is going to be. He'll be speaking at 7 p.m. tomorrow, the official time that the event starts. However, doors open at 4 p.m. Based on experience from other rallies, if you want to go to that, you need to go online, request a ticket if they're sold out. Don't quote me to anyone there, but don't worry about it. I've never seen them checking for those at the door. Also, go ahead and get there early. I would recommend getting there at least around noon if you want to get in. These things, the lines are going to be unbelievable. If you've never watched us at a rally before, we are going to show you lines that you've never seen before. We're going to be interviewing the people, and there are going to be thousands. I have never been to a rally and not been overwhelmed. Like, I still just don't get used to it, how he can just pack an auditorium, high school gym, or a freaking civic center. So it's crazy. It's fun. We're going to be starting at 1 p.m. roughly, hopefully by 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's the game plan right now. And at that point, we're just going to start talking to people. What we love to do is to just let people talk. We call it interviews, but we're not like asking them harsh questions. It's more of a conversation where we want to know who they are, why they're here, what the president has done for them, and what their family does, and just more about them and why they love this country. So we'll be doing that, and then we'll bring you the speakers, the special guest, and the president. So it's all one continuous stream. Our CEO is back at headquarters producing this flawlessly. So you don't have to go anywhere. It's a full day of just watching, sit back. You can watch on Periscope, YouTube, Facebook Live, lots of different venues and media platforms. So if you like this, you like the idea of everything we're doing, you can donate. So that's why we are reading out the donations. We are completely viewer supported, so every donation is what allows us to go to the next rally. So if you like what you're seeing and you want to see more of this, our goal is to go to every single rally leading up to midterms on November 6th, which is 76 days away now. And there's probably going to be, I mean, I'd say at least like 60 rallies between now and then, because President Trump is really going to stump for those Republican seats. So you can donate via Super Chat, which is on YouTube, PayPal, that's rsbnetwork.com/donate. There is Patreon,
where
and other stuff.
Take that one, yeah. So Patreon is where you can actually become a patron and give a monthly gift to RSBN, and you actually get something in return too. Fun things like hats, pens, pencils, stickers, blankets, t-shirts, and you can also send a check directly to our P.O. box if you don't want to pay online. We completely understand and respect that. And it's such an honor. Every couple months I get to go through those checks with Joe and just see the handwritten letters you guys have written us, and just have shown us really what we mean to you guys, and that really means a lot. So you can do it that way by sending, you just write the check out to RSBN, and it's 1550 Opelika Road, Suite 6, Box 344 in Auburn, Alabama 36830. So that's how you can donate.
And there's a couple primary elections tonight. I'm sorry, tomorrow. Tomorrow there's 2 primary elections. Alaska has a primary this week, and in Wyoming. So.
Cool.
Alaska and Wyoming, you had said?
Yes. So we'll see what happens there. So there's gonna be a lot going on tomorrow. So a lot, in the news. So we'll see what happens. But
So yeah, 1 p.m. We're in Charleston, West Virginia. Expecting a very large crowd. It's a 13,000 capacity civic center.
Yes.
So I imagine it to be 70, 80, 90% full. At the last one there was a 10,000 capacity, and it had to be full.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and yeah, they're always really well ran, and I think just more people keep coming and coming, hearing about other people having a good time, just seeing for themselves what it's all about.
It just takes a while for people to go through security checks. The security is so tight, it's so heightened, and all the venues now they're in closed arenas, or if they're at an airport, it's a closed hangar. So the Secret Service security is at the highest level. And it just, people trickle in. So it takes a while for people to get into the venue. So, it is important to get there early and get it, try to get as close as you can in line. And, just be patient, very patient, as patient as you possibly can be. And just be prepared. So, I
think people are having a good time while they're waiting too. So it's not like, even just waiting in line for a roller coaster, you're like waiting and waiting and waiting,
They have chairs out, coolers, snacks. They're having picnics out there, making friends with people in line.
And just seeing, looking around at other people, and there's people dressed up, and just having fun. So
definitely,
it's pretty cool.
And we just received a $2 donation from Manning Luck, who said, "Good luck tomorrow, gang."
Thank
you, Manning.
Thanks, Manning Luck.
Manning Luck.
We're also going to be doing a contest tomorrow, like we do at every rally now. It's really fun. Our CEO, his name's Joe Seals, if you don't know, and he's got an amazing wife named Bridget. She's really good with literally everything you could think of, really. It's kind of crazy, but arts and crafts. She has these like glass square thingies, and when you put lights, boxes, a light box. And she puts little cutouts on the front, so she made them very patriotic. They're really cool. I'm sure we'll have photos for tomorrow. And we have 3 of those to give away, which will come with RSBN bags, stickers, and pins. So they're really cool.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
one of a kind. Each one is different. There's only 3. So we'll be going over those rules all day tomorrow, how you can enter the competition, and we will get those shipped out immediately following tomorrow night's post-show rally.
Joe's wife made those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She makes everything, including this incredible, like, dining room table.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Like
Yeah.
woodworking?
Yeah.
Wow.
And she's done, like, a man cave for Joe in the garage. She's also brilliant.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, like when I get sick, she cures me.
Aw.
She was like, if the doctor says this, get this. Don't listen to him. And I was like, okay. So I did what she said, and I was fixed from the flu within like
That's awesome.
48 hours last year. Yeah.
So there's a 70% chance of rain tomorrow, all through the rally, starting in the late morning all the way through the evening. So we're definitely going to see rain tomorrow, and just bring your ponchos, bring your umbrellas. Hopefully people be prepared. We're going to be prepared. So
Looks like we have a throwback up right now.
wow.
Liz, you want to talk about what's going on there?
Yeah, so this was when we thought it would be a good idea. So I used to, more of throwback, I used to work full time, and this is making me so nostalgic. I honestly never thought I would miss these days. I was the only girl, and I worked with a bunch of like 5 guys, and it was awesome. But yeah, that was Micah teaching me how to build a computer, like a crazy cool computer, and
Wow.
I really learned nothing that I can remember now, but it was fascinating at the time.
Yeah.
We had a
that's
lot of fun. They would play basketball, and it was our first office. It was sweet.
Shout out to Micah Messer. Good to see you. And
Yeah.
in the throwback video.
Yeah.
But, always good to see you in the chat. And looking forward to seeing you down the road at another rally. So
Yeah, looks like it's back up. You guys are working out your mics there.
Yeah, that's my little cubicle in the back. And then Jake just sat behind me, and then this was Steve's cubicle that you can see behind Micah. And then Joe had the boss office in the front. But when he was gone, I would go and use his printer.
Oh.
It was a lot of fun. So yeah, we used to have an office, and actually like in Opelika, it was really cute. It was like five stalls. I was the only girl. I think I should like put that on my resume that I can work well in like a male-dominated field.
Yeah, it looks like he's showing one right now of you guys
This is me not interacting
playing
with them.
football.
oh yeah, that's one of my favorites.
I need that clip. So that is Brad. He used to be our cameraman, and that's Joe playing football.
Well, that's what the 24-hour chat used to be. It just
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that office was
really?
always so cold. I had to bring like 3 jackets to work.
I didn't know that.
I miss that office.
It looked like there was a lot of football going on. 4 clips of football. Uh-oh.
It was football and news. So I was doing a show at that point, so I would just watch the news like all day. And the craziest thing that makes me so mad is that one of my news segments, my first news segment, I had to report about Bitcoin. And this would have been, gosh, I don't know what year, I'm really bad at numbers, but I had to talk about Bitcoin, and I thought, this is ridiculous. Like, what is this cryptocurrency that people are buying into? And it was like $100 for a coin.
Oh, Liz, you should have.
And so every day of my life since that, my boyfriend tracks cryptocurrency, and I think they got up to like 15,000 a coin. I don't know how they're doing right now. I eventually invested in like a piece of one, but like still, compared to what it was that first time that I did, I want to find my show on it on YouTube and see what I had to say, because to be honest, I knew nothing. It was new. I didn't know what cryptocurrency was. It didn't make sense. You never actually get like a tangible object, and I didn't like that. It was so foreign to me. So you're investing in this like unhackable currency that's only done by people
Let's
that
suppose
kind
that
of
you're
hack computers. I don't know. What's it at?
Bitcoin's at 6,300 right now.
Okay.
So.
Wow. Okay. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's all kind of alternate coins now as well.
There's like Litecoin and Ethereum.
It's confusing too because you can earn coins by letting your computer run certain software.
Yeah.
And, now those are specialized computers. And
you have to have like hacker computers with like crazy power. James wanted to buy one to do it. I mean, WIllis, a guy I know.
Yeah.
To do one.
It's crazy. Yeah, and what are they just? Yeah, and at first they were graphics card accelerated, and now they're CPU.
But you get like nothing.
Is it legal?
It's legal, kind of.
Yeah.
But it's only a matter of time before the government makes it illegal.
Mm-hmm.
They don't like not having to pay taxes or to be able to control it. So I think it's illegal in a couple countries, like China, maybe.
Well, I was just talking with Tom on the way here. You can't. The only way I can't use any money I have in PayPal to buy Bitcoin. So I had a little bit of money in there, and I'm like, man, it would be cool just to buy a little bit of Bitcoin maybe, and just kind of stash it away. But
it's difficult to buy.
Yeah, I can't use PayPal, so I'd have to use my bank account, and then my wife would probably shut me down. She's like, no, you're not buying that. So yeah, so for some reason I don't, and maybe PayPal is just easy to say no, I didn't want that, and they'll reverse the charge back or something. So who knows? I'm sure there's a reason.
So I mentioned tomorrow. There's.
I think he's playing a clip of Liz right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Sorry.
I can't hear. I wonder if that's the cryptocurrency one.
You look good.
I was baby lizard. I do. I miss my black hair. Would I ever color it? That must have been the day that I was talking about Bitcoin for the first time. Joe, why don't you make me buy it? There was a man who had bought like a couple hundred Bitcoins for like, I think like $10 each or less. And he was able to cash those. He bought hundreds. And then I think around 15,000 was what it kind of maxed at this year. It really went up for a while. And he cashed out millions, bought like Ferraris. Like he's just done, set.
Wow.
When he bought it, it was nothing. You never know. I'm waiting for mine to skyrocket. So I'm going to retire and move to Maldives. I don't like my voice. Let me turn that off.
So what were you going to say before we...
Oh, well, I was mentioning there's 2 primaries tomorrow. One in Alaska, and they have an open seat for governor there. And then also a competitive race for a U.S. They have one U.S. One at large for a U.S. House seat in Alaska. So those are competitive. And then in Wyoming, they also have a competitive open seat for governor in Wyoming. And then Senator John Barrasso, he's running for re-election. He's being challenged in the primary tomorrow in Wyoming. But so we'll see how those races come out. And 2 states are voting tomorrow, and we'll keep an eye on that. And then also be reporting about the rally at our post show tomorrow night, and so there'll be plenty to talk about, and so we're pretty excited to bring it all to you. Are we doing a contest tomorrow?
Yes, we are. But hold on, Joe's showing one last clip.
Okay.
He's getting nostalgic on us, huh?
Of Liz's first show.
Let me tell you all about this one. So I went in for a job interview. Didn't really know. So I had been watching RSBN through the rallies on YouTube. It was really difficult to get a hold of them because they were so busy at the time, they didn't really have they weren't doing stuff. So I finally found their Twitter. So I tweeted them and I said hire me with a little dancing queen emoji. And Bridget got back to me. And anyways, we had been in contact for a while. I was out of the country. I get back and we set up an interview. So I went to interview him. This is that day, my red dress. And I talked to Joe for a little bit, and then they were about to go live, and I was about to leave, and I was like, all right, it was really nice meeting you, thanks. And then they were like, well, actually, if you don't mind, just going live right now.
Oh my gosh.
And then reading this news segment that it was typed out. I didn't know what had happened that day. I was too busy looking at my resume and being nervous. So I was like, no, of course I don't mind. It's cool. I got this. Like, thought I was going to die. But it was cool. So I just read the prompter. And then the whole time, it was Adam had written the whole thing, like, for himself. So there was no, like, Adam, Liz parts. It would just be Joe, like, behind the camera being like, no, let the girl talk. I want to see how she does. And that's...
Now he's sharing, he said exactly 1 year ago today in Phoenix.
Oh, wow.
It looks like
it was a year ago already.
Liz, Aaron, Steve, and Maggie.
Aaron.
Uh-oh. I'm going to throw it back. That's
Do you remember that trip? That was a heck of a trip.
Oh my goodness.
A few reasons. Oh, I look happy. Do you see that glare? Wow. Who bothered me? Because it looks like they almost got killed. Ooh.
A year ago, you said exactly 1 year ago today. Wow.
Happy 1 year.
Nice. Yeah, that was probably my maybe third rally. And they somewhere in, yeah, it had to be second,
That was
but probably
crazy.
third at least. Because I think I did Youngstown, Huntington, I think Phoenix. It was like, hey, you did one.
I loved
in
our
your
Airbnb
hometown.
in Phoenix.
Oh yeah, it was pretty.
That was
It
cool.
was huge. Yeah, I did one in my hometown, one a few hours away, and then one on the other side of the country. It was like,
Oh,
sweet.
wow.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. Which, it's definitely a cool job. You know, just to hop on a plane, go over. I've never been to Phoenix. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever been probably past Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Maybe St. Louis. That's about as far west as I've been. So, thanks, Joe.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the support of the people to get us there too. So their donations help get us there, and Joe organizes it all. So thank you.
I guess we should probably start to wrap up soon. It's midnight here. Preset's going to be at 8 a.m. for the fellas. So, not that we're going this second, just wanted to throw that idea out there. So if anyone had last minute stuff they wanted to talk about.
Yeah, just excited tomorrow to meet everyone, to really, get in the middle of those crowds and just talk to people, ask them their heart behind it, why they're there, if it's their first rally, and really just hearing people's stories. Meeting people is a lot of fun. I know it was a whirlwind because 2 weeks ago we had 3 in a row, and then we had, a week of just nothing. President Trump was on vacation for a little bit, so we kind of got to breathe a little bit as well. So that was nice, but we were really glad to be back, and I'm so thankful just to, be with everyone, just to be part of such a fantastic team.
Yeah,
Me too.
You're doing a great job, Alyssa. You're working hard and,
Thank you.
doing a great job on the shows at night and the nightly news updates. So
I appreciate that. Thank you,
Thank
Tom.
you very much
You're
for all your
doing
hard
a lot
work.
for the Republican
Yeah.
Party too, and
For Waffle House.
I got a phone call the other day
Waffle House.
from the Republican Party, like a volunteer, and she wanted money, and I could start with a minimum $100 donation. I don't really have that
That's a
kind of
big
cash
minimum.
right now. I
Yeah.
know, but I was like, listen, before I tell you no, I mean, I don't want you to waste any more time, because she had a good pitch. Like, I wanted to, but I couldn't. And I'm like, I'm going to let you know that I'm literally driving like 9 hours tomorrow morning to get to this rally, to broadcast it to thousands of people. She's like so confused. She's like, okay, well, good luck. Like, I don't think she's ever met someone who's like following the actual like White House. Like,
Yeah.
like, I'm following the White House campaign tomorrow. I was like, ow. I'm still doing it. I wish you luck, but I want to cut you off right there because
Yeah.
I ain't got no money. But I hope you call someone who does.
Yeah. And Slider just asked what time is the rally. We are broadcasting around 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. And his speech starts at 7. It's going to be a long day.
I just said another one, but I never have my phone on.
Yeah, new camera, new wireless mic set, new shoulder rig, new they swapped out the live view with a new model of the same model. So it's, the old one, it was like, we told them how many times it had issues, it's doing this, it's doing that, and then after they watched it have issues a couple more times, they finally were, like, okay, let's swap it out for another one. So we're really expecting some you know, the quality to be bumped up in a pretty good stream. So.
And we're going to hear from candidates. We're going to hear from Carol Miller, who's running in the 3rd Congressional District in West Virginia, the very southern part of the state. Then right in the middle of the state, we're going to hear from Alex Mooney, who's the incumbent Congressman Alex Mooney. So we'll probably hear from him as well because his district is very competitive in the 2nd District in West Virginia. And then at the very top of the state, the 1st District is represented by David McKinley. So David McKinley is the incumbent Republican representing the 1st District at the top of the state. And then, of course, the feature speaker will be Attorney General Patrick Morrisey. So he is running for United States Senate against Joe Manchin. Joe Manchin is the incumbent Democrat, been in elective office for 36 years, since 1982. So, but it's still going to be very competitive because Joe Manchin is the most recognized, well-known politician since Robert Byrd in West Virginia. So it's not going to be an easy win, but President Trump knows this. So he's showing up to show his support and give his endorsement in person to Patrick Morrisey, who is our candidate for United States Senate. So hopefully we'll be able to interview some of these candidates or their family members. You know, in Duluth, Minnesota, we got to interview the wife of the congressional candidate there. So, you know, hopefully we'll interview anybody who's willing, you know, anybody who's associated with the campaign, even local officials. If you're, you know, if you know someone, or, you know, if we come across someone who's running for county commissioner in a local county commissioner's race, we'll interview them, or anyone running for statewide office or local office, mayors, you know. So we'll see who we can meet, and be glad to show you the whole crowd, interview everybody in line, and then Aaron and our camera people, they're gonna pan the crowd, and they're gonna show the whole place, and it's gonna be really exciting. And just, you got to tune in because you just never know what to expect. Just like we heard tonight, some great singing tonight. And
thank you. You were great.
You just never know what to expect.
Thank you so much, Tom.
It was awesome.
That was
Good job.
And let's see. Someone asked, I think it was the Red Raven, will you guys be walking the street doing interviews or fixed location? We will be walking around. We'll be following that line, going up and down that line, interviewing people. And some of you have commented that. Also, thank you so much, Joe, for those throwbacks. I know everyone really enjoyed seeing those. And Liz, you looked gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Some of you are wanting us to do a wrap-up prayer tonight. So I'm going to do that real quick.
Cool.
If everyone's good with it. Okay. Dear Lord, thank you so much for this time. Thank you for the opportunity just to bring the broadcast to everyone, to be your hands and feet, to get to know your people, and just to love and serve them well. And I ask that you will just bless the equipment, God, that you will just help everything to work smoothly. And when it doesn't, help us to be patient and know that, God, we have great people watching that support us, and that we're just going to just do our best for them. Please give everyone strength tonight and keep us well, just so that we can do a great job. And God, please also watch over President Trump and his team and just all the hard work they do that gets put into this, God. Give him strength, and please just direct the words of his mouth and help him to just do a great job and encourage people to improve our country. Thank you for all that you are and for bringing us here safely. We love you so much. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 Beautiful.
Great job.
Thanks.
1 p.m. tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be good. It's going to be so fun. Yeah.
I'm excited.
Very.
1 p.m. tomorrow, we're going to start live. There'll be, we'll eventually head inside, around 3 or 4. We'll actually get inside, interviewing people outside in the crowd. Hopefully we'll have a bright, sunny day, 70 degrees, maybe a little more humid. Once we get indoors, interviewing more people, and then a couple of speakers before the president, and then the president's supposed to go on at what time again?
7.
Sweet. So it'll be a pretty long, eventful day.
Yes,
Awesome.
for sure. It's going to be good.
All right. If you have any questions, you can reach all of us on Twitter handles. Just go to RSB Network on Twitter, and you can find all of our names somewhere in the tweets.
Follow Tom, he's
So-
getting good.
That's the easiest way to do that.
You
We're also
really
on
are.
Instagram
You
at...
tweet more than me.
Really?
Yeah. No, you're really good.
Oh, it's over. Or we're black screened.
Let's see.
Well, if not,
we're
thanks for
still-
tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in. You can also follow us on Instagram at RSBN TV. Good
Thank
night.
you.
Good night.
See you tomorrow.
MAGA.
Just started having fun there with the clip.
There's a song from Sunday mornings. It's called Washington Square. I sold my piano. You couldn't come with me. I locked up my bedroom and I walked out into the air with nothing I needed was left there behind me. I walked out through the shadows of Washington Square. Now I wander the highway from Dublin to Berkeley, and I heard the songbird about the potpourri, and I love, and I love, and I love, and I love like a fountain, and it left me with nothing, just memories of walking through Washington Square. Now I live in the shadows where all